This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, hello all. Welcome to the next session on SAP UI5 and Fiori. And last few classes we have discussed about what exactly the SAP UI5 and Fiori. And UI5 we have built some of the UI applications by writing custom code by using JavaScript and all, right? And CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. And basically UI5 is in a framework which is in a collection of libraries, and library is nothing but it's in a collection of functions and methods and events and properties. So if you want to see the SAP UI5 framework, we need to go to the SAP UI5 SDK. In the SAP UI5 SDK, you can see a lot of libraries like sap.m library, sap.ui.core library, sap.ui.layout library. There are a lot of libraries which you can see in the SAP UI5 SDK. So if you want to load the SAP UI5, we need to do a bootstrapping. So if you want to load the UI5 resources, we are going to use source tag, which is an HTTP SAP UI5.hana.ondemand.com. And we are going to mention what is the library and what is the theme of your UI application. And so this is what we have seen. And also if you see UI5, there are two types of components. One is the design time component, another one is the runtime component. So in the design time component, we are going to load the libraries from the Akamai CDN. And so when we use the library, when we use the UI control, so there is a component called renderer. This renderer will convert your UI5 library into equivalent HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code. So when you open the DOM, document object model, you can see the HTML, CSS, JavaScript code inside the DOM of your UI5 application. And SAP UI5 follows a design pattern, which is an MVC pattern. MVC is nothing but it's a model view controller pattern. So there are in object orientation, there are different kind of patterns like singleton pattern, multi-ton pattern, factory pattern, and MVC pattern. So whenever we talk about UI always follows an MVC architecture. And in the MVC, we can have model, and model means the data, how you can inject the data into your UI application. And view means, so you are going to display different kind of UI controls like what is input, what is output, what is checkbox, what is radio button, how to design the push buttons, how to design the table control. Everything will be done by using view. And controller, mainly we write the processing logic in the controller level. So this is what an MVC architecture. There are types of views. One is the JavaScript view, XML view, most popular we are going to use, and JSON view and HTML views. We have used JSON view and XML views. And also the models. We have two types of models. One is server side model and another one is the browser models. The browser side we use JSON, XML, and resource model. And in the server side we use an OData model. So if you want to create any object in the JavaScript, we use an object name var, object name, and new, and library name, and also we are going to use control name, and inside that we are going to use the ID of your control and also the properties which we are going to design. The properties we are going to pass inside the curly brace. And so this is one of the simple example which we have talked, which we have designed a button, UI button. So to design a UI button, we have done a bootstrap. Okay, so the bootstrap, first we need to load the UI resources, then we need to access the uh, libraries from the UI5 framework. And object orientation, we have seen how exactly the libraries are built. See, so the topmost class, the topmost library is an SAP UI base managed object. So here this class SAP UI core element, which is inherited from the uh, parent object, parent library. And we have an SAP UI core control. This is one of the library. This is inherited from the SAP UI core control. And SAP UI core control will have different kind of UI controls, radio button, button, and a push button, and labels, and also checkbox and input labels. Okay, there are a lot of UI control which we can design. those UI control will be the parent library of SAP UI core control. So suppose any control or any property which is not available in the child class, so we need to look at the parent class. So that's a framework. And so we have seen all these framework in the previous classes. We have built some of the UI applications, and also if you want to add any icons, the icons, we are going to write the icons like this: SAP icon colon slash slash. And if it is an accept button, we are going to use accept. If it is an add button, we are going to use an add button. So from SDK we can get the UI5 libraries. So first thing, suppose if you want to create anything, any project, so we have to go to the SAP Web ID, which is an SAP Web ID cloud platform. And in the Web ID, there are two versions. One is the cloud platform version, another one is the personal edition. So before we used to build all the applications by using cloud platform. Maybe now we can use by using the this thing. We can use by using the personal edition as well. So whenever we do the bootstrap, there is a framework, SAP UI framework. So first step is it will get the controller of your view object. Then we are going to instantiate the controller by using onInit method. And then later we are going to place all your buttons by using create content method. That's what we have seen. And also the namespace. Whenever you create a project, we have to give a namespace to your folder. Okay, this is the namespace. So we are going to access any of other components by using namespace. Okay, here you can see my folder. This is my main folder. Under that we have controller, view, and model. This is a model view architecture. We have a model folder, controller folder, and view folder. Suppose if you want to access a view, suppose let's take example, I have created a main view. If you want to access my main view, we are going to use folder. The namespace is edg. Then we have a view dot main. So this is the namespace which we are going to use in the UI5. So this is what we have discussed. And also we have seen scaffolding. So scaffolding is used to maintain the dependencies in the SAP UI5 framework. Suppose if you want to access, why, suppose let's take sap.m library that we are going to define in the when we are doing a bootstrap. Suppose if you want to access another libraries like sap.ui.view or SAP UI message box, SAP UI toast box, if you want to use another libraries, we need to maintain those dependencies. If you want to maintain those dependencies, we are going to use a scaffolding template. So scaffolding template starts with sap.ui.define, guys. So this is what we have seen. And also some of the note in JavaScript file. So in JavaScript, if you want to inherit any dependency objects, we have to use the keyword called extend keyword we are going to use. And also if you want to maintain any dependency, suppose there is a library called sap.ui.core.mvc.controller. If you want to maintain this as a dependency, so we use a module actually. So sap/ui/core/mvc.controller. So this is a module name. You can see this in the SAP UI5 SDK. And also some of the fundamentals. For any UI control, there are two methods. One is set method, another one is the get method. Okay, if you want to set the values, we use setter method. If you want to use the get values, we are going to use getter methods. So here my property is a visible property. Suppose if you want to set visible that property, we use a method, set visible method. If you want to get the visibility, we use a get visible method. Like this, suppose if you want to apply a color, we use set color. If you want to get the color, we use a get color. So all these things, suppose if you want to get all the runtime instances of your UI application, we are going to use in a class called SAP UI get core. Very, very important this is. So globally, we can access the every property of an application. That is an SAP UI dot get core functionality. So SAP UI get core is the one of the class which gives a lot of information about all your application. So, and also we have different kind of associations, and so, and also we have seen the JavaScript views, and also we have seen the XML views. So XML views, when we use JavaScript code, we have to write a lot of JavaScript code to define the view. But whereas if you write in a XML view, so no need to write much logic. And suppose, so when we use JavaScript and XML, so when we use JavaScript, it will take a lot of time to convert your code into the equivalent HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The rendering will take more time, and also the parsing also will take more time. And we are going to use XML tags, so to define the XML views. So that XML tags will start with XML NS. And so suppose if you want to define some library in the XML view, we use XML NS colon form and the library which we are going to maintain it. So these are some of the fundamentals which we have discussed. And also there is a binding concept which we have. So binding means it's a process of connecting or transferring the data from model to the view, that we call it's in a binding. There are four types of binding. One is the property binding. So if you bind the data to the property of an UI, that we call it's in a property binding. If you bind the data by using some conditions, that becomes an expression binding. And when we bind the data in the element or path of the UI, then we are going to use that element binding. And when you bind the data to the aggregates, let's take an example, table is an aggregate. So if you bind the data at table level, that becomes an aggregate binding. So that's what we have seen. And model, we have different kind of models, and client side model and server side model. Server side model is a OData model. That means we are storing the data in the server level. If you want to get the data from server, we are going to use OData model. The client side models, it's like your internal table, work area, and variables guys. So in the program level, we are going to store it here also. In the JavaScript model, JSON model, and resource model, and XML model, that we are going to store in the server level, client side level. So that we call it in a client side model. And steps to create any model object. So first you need to create a model object var o model new. If it is in a JSON model, it's an SAP UI.model.json model and JSON model. And then you need to set the data to the model object. So for that we are going to use load data method or set data method. So use the set data method, and inside the set data pump in the JSON data, and it will set the data to your model object. So this is a second method which we need to do. Then if you want to set the data in the globally, we use a SAP UI get core set model function. Suppose if you want to get somewhere, if you want to get the data from the model, we use a get model. See here there is a setter method and getter method. So we always use a setter methods and getter methods in the UI. And also suppose if you want to bind the data any model, suppose there is an element, if you want to bind it, so slash lv matnar. Suppose if it is in a work area, use slash work area slash vbeln. So this kind of binding which we are going to see. And if it is in a arrays we are going to use an index operation to bind the data. So that's what we have seen in the last few classes. And also we have seen the server is different, okay. And also suppose from the cloud platform, if you want to connect to your server, we are going to create a destinations. See, so we need to create a cloud platform, we need to create a destination, and you need to provide your server details over here. So that's what we have seen in the last class. And also we have seen the table control, and we designed the two views, one view and second view. And in the first view I have displayed the table. When we select the data, it goes to the next screen, and when you want to come back, and it comes back to the previous screen. So that also we have seen by using table operations. And also so this is what we have seen. And also what is app and what is different pages in a app. And also we have seen the typical architecture of a UI application. Okay, so and also in the last class I have introduced you to the Fiori applications by using templates in the web IDE, how you can design the Fiori application. And we have seen the master detail application in the previous class. Today we are going to see the most important report is in a list report. Okay, SAP Fiori list report. And then later I will take you to the CDS. From CDS we are going to design the UI applications. So that's an SAP way of going. way of working in the future. Without writing much UI code, we have to design the Fiori applications by using CDS with CDS annotations, UI annotations, and metadata extensions and all. So I'm going to take you through the same way how SAP is going, the same way we are going to design the UI applications. So before going to do that, we are going to design a list report. Okay, list report. So list report, it's nothing but guys, it's nothing but display the data in user required format in the UI, and also we can perform transactional capabilities with list report. Okay, so we can do the transactional capabilities as well with the list report, and also we can display the detailed information in the in the in the detailed UI screen. Detailed UI screen. That is also possible with the list report. So these are one of the important report which we are going to see in today's class. But if you want to design UI applications, so you need to have an OData service, right? So maybe I can take you to the I can design one of the OData service. So you know the architecture, right? So if you want to display anything in the UI, so how exactly the always the data will be stored in the backend in the SAP system. And if you want to design that, so the architecture, always you need to think about the architecture. See here, I have in my browser and I have an application layer. On top of it, I have a gateway server. So if you want to connect, if you want to transfer the data from UI to the SAP or SAP to the UI, so we have to use OData model. So we need to have an OData service. So this OData service we will consume from the browser. So first we need to have an OData service. So we need to design OData service. Then we are going to do this. So probably, so in the last class, okay, and the last class, first I will go to that. Then maybe later I will come to here. So I can close this and maybe so guys. So okay, maybe I'm going to explain here itself. Okay, so maybe what I can do is I'm going to create a simple OData service first, then later I'm going to consume that. Okay, maybe I can go to the simple OData service. So these are remote server guys. So above so can anybody tell what is the transaction code to create an OData service? Can anybody tell what is the transaction code to create an OData service? Can anybody tell what is the transaction code to create an OData service? Can anybody tell what is the transaction code to create an OData service? Okay. Can anybody tell what is the transaction code to create an OData SEGW? Okay.
SEGW.
Yeah. So SEGW. Okay. So I will go to the SEGW. Okay, and create an OData service. Okay, simple OData service I am going to consume here. Maybe I would like to get all the customers. Okay, I will like to fetch all the customers from the backend system. So if you want to get customers in S4HANA, what is the transaction code, guys? In S4HANA, to get the customers, what is the database table I can use in S4HANA?
KNA1.
KNA1 is old. That's the difference. I have given so something called BUT 000. Did you remember? What is this? BUT 000. Business partner data, maybe you can say, right? So first to get all the business partner data. So I go here, maybe I can execute here. And so business partner we call in S4HANA. So don't tell the business partner. So you can see all these are business partner. For first, just basic simple application which we are going to design. First, get all the business partner details. Okay. So that is what I am going to do over here. Maybe I can go to the SEGW and so create project and jet uh, jet edg get underscore bp. So get all business partner details. Get business partner data and give the package gedg and okay. Is it there? No. Okay, maybe create session. No, I cannot create a session. Okay, new GA window. SE21 GEDG and create package. Okay, something and okay. So I'm going to store this in a package GEDG. Okay, GEDG is the package. So create a GEDG. Okay. So just I will refresh the OData. It's 2 minutes, guys. 3 or 2 minutes creating an OData service. Not much more than that. Yes, my OData service is created. Whenever you create an OData service, we have a data model, service implementation, runtime artifacts, and service maintenance. In the data model, we are going to design the entity types and entity sets. Okay, entity type and entity sets. So entity types, there are, you can create it manually or you can create with by importing from the structure. Suppose click on and you can see import. You can import from the DDIC structure. You can import from the RFC. You can import from the file, and also you can create your OData service with the CDS as well. So there are many ways to create. One is by creating entity type and we define the fields manually. That is one way. The second thing is you can create from the DDIC structure, automatically it gives the model. The third way is by using RFC, and fourth way is you can define by using CDS. These are all the many ways you can create the OData services. I'm using a DDIC structure now. Already you know how to create manually. So directly I define the table here. So, but it gives uh, all the fields from the table. So if you want to use all the fields, maybe you can use, what is this, business partner. Okay, BUS PARTNER, business bus partner. Structure is BUT 000. Right? Create a default entity set automatically. whenever you select this, it creates an entity set automatically. Next. So here you can choose whatever the fields you required. Maybe I want business partner, I want business partner type, business partner kind, and business partner group, search term, title. I want only some other fields. Okay. Uh, Contacts not released, name 1, name 2. Okay, some of the fields I am going to take it. Industry sector, legal form. Okay, name 1, name 2, name 3. Last name, first name. Okay, and middle name. Okay. Okay, there are a lot of things, guys. Whether it is in a male, whether it is in a female, birthplace, marital status, nationality, and also we can use gender and date of birth, and also uh, valid from valid to. Okay, okay, bank, country, and bank key. Okay, these are all the fields which I have selected. Next. And also you need to mention what is the key, right? So that is a fundamental, guys. Whenever you create an entity type, you must define a key, otherwise it will give an error. And finish it. Yes, so now you can see, expand the entity type and expand the business partner, expand the properties. You can see all the fields which are uh, defined. Now you can see the OData service, and also you can see the SAP name as well. That's it. And when you generate your OData service, it is going to generate in a model provider class, 2 model provider class, 2 data provider class, 1 service name, 1 model name. So total how many objects it is going to create? It is going to create 4 plus 2, 6 object. See, 2 model provider classes. One is the base class, another one is the extension class. Data provider class base class, data provider class extension class 4, and model name and service name 6 object. And you can see the service name used to integrate your OData service from external systems. Suppose if I want to consume this business partner data from UI, so we are going to use a service name. Okay, the service name is used to integrate the data from other systems, and so you can put GEDG and save it, and okay. So when you generate it, it is generated all the objects. The objects are runtime artifacts. We call it runtime artifacts. Yes. Now you can see, expand the runtime artifacts. You can see all the objects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suppose if you want to fetch the data, if you want to fetch multiple records from the backend system, where should I write the logic? If I want to fetch the multiple records from the backend system, in which class I need to write the logic? In which class I need to write the logic? If I want to fetch multiple records entity set. Okay, perfect answer, Srimukha. So we need to go to the DPC extension class. So why we need to write in the DPC extension class? Why we should not write in the DPC class? So what is the reason? Why we have to write the logic in the DPC extension class? Because it will not rewrite the code. Okay, perfect answer, Ashutosh. Okay, so if you write the logic in the DPC class, so when we write it in the DPC class, so what it will do is, so whenever you write this, what happened in the DPC, suppose I added one more field here in the entity type, I have regenerated again. When I regenerate the OData service, whatever the code you have written in the DPC, that will be overwritten with the new code. So your custom code will be deleted, and that's why always we have to go with the DPC extension class. So Control Y and I'll see, and maybe I can open one more session. So SE24. So take the DPC extension class and change it. Yeah, it will erase the old code, not old data. Okay, so code will be um, uh, so I delete the filter. So when you see no methods, you need to delete the filter. Okay, so you can see in the DPC class we can do an accrued operations. See, there is a create entity method. Another one is delete entity method, get entity method to read single record, get entity set method to read a multiple records. So we have to implement get entity set, and you need to redefine this method. So redefine, select the place the cursor and redefine the method here. See, this is the default code. Maybe I don't use that code. Instead of that, maybe I can use, okay, select. Okay, guys, I need to know the fields which I need to select. Okay, otherwise I will write corresponding fields, guys. Normally I should not write. I'm going to use select star from BUT000. But I have selected only specific fields. In that case, I will use into corresponding fields of table. So my output of this method is, so there is an entity set method. See, entity set, this is my out exporting parameter. So I am going to use this case. See, this is my data. So it will fetch all the data from BUT000 and it will pass the corresponding fields, because in the entity set, why two times entity set? So it is coming two times entity set. Okay, pretty printer. So it will fetch all the records from the BUT000. So it is going to store the data in it underscore entity set exporting parameter. That's it. And activate your DPC extension class. That's it. We are done. So once you activate your class, and if you want to consume your OData service, so what is the next step, guys? What I need to do? What I need to do? If I want to use if this OData service, or if I want to test this OData service from the external system, what I have to do? What is the next step which I need to perform? What is the next step which I need to perform? Suppose if I want to access this service from the external system, what step I have to maintain? What step I have to maintain? Yeah, we have generated. Already we generated Astosh. So what is the next step which we need to do?
Maintain
What
the
is the
service. Maintain
yeah,
service.
you should maintain the service. So the transaction code already you know, right? Slash and slash IW. What is that case? IWFND slash maint underscore service. This is the transaction code. And go to this transaction code and add service and put in a local. Since it's in a embedded system, we use in a local, and provide your service. What is the service name, guys, which we have created? Service name already you know. So gateway. So this is the service name. EDZ get BP underscore SRV. ZEDZ underscore get underscore BP underscore SRV. Enter. See, guys, you can see this and add selected service. So you can add it. Okay. Okay. That's it. Your service has been generated and metadata has been generated successfully. This is my service case. So next thing is, okay, now I go to the architecture. Maybe now you can see, so I have an data service. Now I need to generate a UI application. If I want to generate a UI application, so if you want to create a UI application, we need to go to the SAP web id. So go to the SAP web id. Okay, maybe we'll go to the SAP web id. So here guys, web id is in a two types. One is cloud platform, another one is in a it's like an Eclipse. So maybe, so if you want to do, if you want to generate an UI application, so click on here, web id start. So you can start web id. So the web id is started. Now you can see OSGI. OSGI is an a, when you see now the web id is started. Now I go to the web id start. So there is a web id start. I can start it, and also I can log in. I can go to the web id. Where is one more folder? Fiori Launchpad. No, not this one. Web id login. See, you can log in the web id. First, you need to start. Then, if you are first time, you need to create your account. So I have an account and sign in. So this is the second way of uh, accessing the SAP web id. There are two ways. There are two versions of web id. One is the local version that can be installed on your computer. The second one is the cloud platform. So you can access with the SAP cloud platform. So here, this is my web id, and close it. And okay, so maybe I'm going to create a new project from the template. So I'm going to create a project from the template. So create project from the template. And here guys, so you need to check what is the UI version. So I'm checking always. I take the SAP UI5 1.52, and so here you need to select. So I need to have Fiori application. So here there are different reports. So you have a list reports, you have a Fiori master detail report, Fiori work list report, SAP UI5 application, and master detail. But I need a Fiori. I will select a Fiori elements. In the Fiori elements, see, you can see there is a list report, guys. So select the list report. Analytical means you can see this kind of bar charts, pie charts, everything we can design with the uh, analytical reports that we'll see in the later section, that is little advanced. And so list report is in a basic in the Fiori. So list report means you can see the list report like this. So this is one of the template, and I'm going to create a list report application over here. And next, and project name is G uh, uh, BS partner. It's a business partner, and manage, not manage, get business partner details. Get business partner details. Namespace, very, very important. You need to give EDG as a namespace and give the name of your application. So get business partner details. Next, and you can see, so in the cloud platform, we define the destinations, right? Here also based on the destination we maintain in the host host file. So based on that, it is going to give your server. So now you can see I have an two servers, and maybe my server is DB2 S4HANA 1419. Whenever I select a server, it will ask for the credentials. So I'm going to give my SAP credentials, and okay. And you can see now all the OData services are fetched from the backend system, and I'm search for my OData service. So what is the OData service case? So GEDG underscore, yeah. So you can see GEDG get BP service. You select the OData service and click on next. Why it's not coming? No data. Previous. Okay. Select this. Yes. Now you can see the entity set, guys. See, entity set, bus partner set. This is an entity set. You can expand this. So you can see business partner is the key. Okay, everything is coming up, right? So select this. So next. Why it's not coming up? Actually, I should get an entity set here. Okay, maybe go to the next. So you can see the OData collection, business partner set. But I do not have the navigation. Suppose if I want to go to the next screen, I'm going to use navigation, the associations, you know, right? So the associations will be used here. But now I am not doing plain list report. I am going to design as in a first application and next and finish it up. So it is creating a Fiori application in a minute, guys, in a single minute. Now you can see G business partner. So when you expand this folder, you can see there is a web app, and in the web app you can see there are component.js and manifest.js. What exactly this? So go to the manifest.json. So in this manifest.json, so you can see the OData service, guys. If you see data source, what is the data source? Okay, so now if you can see, so now you can see this is my manifest.json folder. Now you can see why it's not coming. Okay, so this manifest.json which contains the data source. So the data source is SAP/OPU/OData. It's an SICF service. So when you maintain the OData service, it will create a path in the SICF. In the SICF, we have a path. This is my path in the SICF. So here you can see this is our OData service name. So the OData service name is used to integrate with the UI system. Now you can see that EDG get BP service. So this is the integration between UI and OData service. From this, it is going to get the data from the your backend OData services. Now that's it. You can right click and you can test your application. Run as an SAP Fiori Launchpad sandbox and execute this, and it is going to give all the business partners from the backend system. So take, it is executing. See, so I can give ABAP. So first I will go with, so here go, click on go. So there are no columns selected. First by default it doesn't give any columns. Maybe, so what I can do is, how can I, 1 minute guys. So here I need to select what are the columns. Here you can see there is a symbol. So here I can, so how to, yeah. So here you can see, so click on this. You can select the fields, select all fields, and okay. So now you can see and go, and guys you can see the list of fields which are displayed over here. See, bank country, bank key, okay, everything it is displayed in the Fiori report. So business partner is 171001 and date of birth. So there are some fields maybe I don't want, I will select some of the fields. Okay, maybe I can go here. I don't want bank country, bank key. I don't want birthplace. I want a business partner, and maybe I don't want the grouping, and I don't want contact. So I don't want name. I want only name 1, name 2. Okay, and partner type I want sex style. Okay, okay, and you can see here see business partner. So there is no date of birth is maintained for the business partner, and you can see guys here. So it's in a list report. So in 2 minutes I have generated a Fiori report. So you can generate a business partner details, and this is my report guys. But okay, I have generated the Fiori application in the web IDE. But so how you can deploy your Fiori application into SAP system? So you need to deploy, right? So how can you transport this from one system to another system, or else how you can deploy your UI application from the SAP system? So to the SAP system that we are going to see now. So after you generate Fiori application, so for the lifecycle management, or else from the if you want to transport from one system to another system, and we are going to deploy your Fiori applications into the SAP system. Simple. So you need to go to the so maybe I can go to here. So right click on the project, and you can see there is a deploy option. So deploy to the SAP UI5 ABAP repository. So it will deploy because we created the UI application, Fiori application in the web IDE. So your application should be deployed into your SAP system. So if you want to deploy your SAP UI5 application into the SAP system, we need to right click on the project and go to the deploy and deploy to the SAP UI5 ABAP repository. And here you need to select which system you need to deploy, your S4HANA system. And so is it in a new application? Suppose if you do any changes, we select the update in existing application, but it's in a new application, deploy a new application and select next. And so name of your SAP UI5 application, my new UI5 application is GEDG underscore BP underscore get. This is my application name, and description get business partner details, and package is the GEDG. So here also we are assigning the package guys, or else we can browse, it will browse from the system GEDG. So this is my package, select the package and okay. And see, we are assigning the package. So whenever I deploy in a UI application in SAP, it creates as a BSP application guys. So whenever I deploy in a UI application to the backend, it creates like a BSP application. So if you go to this package, you can see in a BSP application. So my BSP application is GEDG BP get. So next, and transport, which transport you need to save. So advanced objects, where is that? So where is my advanced object? Yeah, so I am going to select this advanced objects and next and finish. That's it. Now it is deploying your UI application into the SAP. Now you can see this is a status bar. So still it is updating, deploying your UI application, your Fiori application into your SAP application. Yes, this application top right corner, you can see the application has been deployed. Now I go to the SAP system now. So go to the SAP system. So just go to the SC80 guys, very important. SC80 is, it gives all the objects which are created under package. So I have created one package GEDG and enter. Or else you can see in the Eclipse also. So now you can see these are all the classes which are created as part of the OData, and you can see BSP library. So this is the BSP library guys. So you can see the BSP application GEDG BP get. This is the application, and if you expand, you can see all the manifest.json, everything you can see component.json. Okay, here we do not have any index.html files. So here instead of index.html, the component.js will load the UI application. Manifest.json, you can see this provides an integration between your OData service to the UI application. And if you go to the component.json, so here the component name, so EDG bus partner is our component name, guys. Okay, so this we are going to use uh, whenever we want to deploy this app into your Fiori Launchpad. We are going to use this. Okay, EDG bus partner is a component ID actually. This is a component ID which we are going to use to launch your application into your Fiori Launchpad. Okay, so after you deploy it, yes, now my UI application is there inside my package and also inside my transport. So when I transport my transport request, when I transport into the quality system, your UI application and OData service both will go in a single go into the quality system. Okay, so this is the way we deploy the UI application into the SAP. But suppose I need to this is my app, I need to assign this tab to the business users. So how do you assign, how do you launch your UI application into the Fiori Launchpad? That we are going to see in today's class. Okay, so what exactly the Fiori Launchpad, guys? So Fiori Launchpad is a single entry point for all the UI applications. If you want to access so set of applications, so I can, this is my Fiori Launchpad, I can say. So this is my Fiori Launchpad. Okay, in a single, this Fiori Launchpad provides a single entry point for all business applications for a business user. So maybe here I have an app for the sales. Okay, let's take here I have one more app for the finance. Okay, so you have one more app for the finance. So I have one more app for the some master data which I need to use. So I can deploy all the apps into the Fiori Launchpad, and I can assign this to the particular business user. They will get these all applications in a single in a single entry point. That is in a Fiori Launchpad. So how you can deploy your applications, business application into the Fiori Launchpad, that we are going to see in a minute. So if you want to launch that, so first what we need to do is first the transaction for the Fiori Launchpad. First I will give all the transactions. So Fiori Launchpad T code slash UI2 slash FLP. This is a transaction, guys. So this is a Fiori Launchpad transaction. Okay, first let me go and show this transaction first. Okay, go to the SAP. So I go to the transaction. Okay, slash n slash whenever you see slash, first always use slash n slash UI2 slash FLP. Enter. See guys, it is going to the Fiori Launchpad. It's a UI application, and continue to the uh, there are some security problems which needs to be enabled, but you can click on continue to this website. So now you can see this is my Fiori Launchpad actually. Okay, so here you can see there are some app which I have already deployed. So maybe it's my sales smart filter application. So here I can click on, see, just I clicked on, it is opening, and also you can see the data over here. So simple, one clicks, I can see the data. But now I have generated one UI application. How can I deploy my UI application, the business partner details application, into the Fiori? This is a Fiori Launchpad, guys. The Fiori Launchpad. So I have different kind of set of data. I have a sales data. I have a sales group data. Maybe now I need a business partner data. How can you launch your business partner data into the Fiori Launchpad? That we are going to see now. So maybe if you want to launch that, so there are two transaction codes which we need to use. Okay, so first the transaction codes are Fiori Launchpad configuration and customization. So the transaction code for the configuration and customization, we have two transaction code. So configuration, it's in a slash FLPD underscore. Okay, I forgot here. Slash. Okay, I think slash UI2 UI2 slash FLPD underscore conf. This is one transaction which we can do. And another customization is control C, control V. So which is an a cust. There are two transaction code, but we don't use the customization, guys. Okay, so customization means it's on a client level actually. Okay, so specific client only. If you want to apply your changes to the particular client, we are going to use cust. But I need to have a suppose I have deployed one app. So suppose if I have two clients, 800 and 810. So if you want to get that application in 800 and 810, both the clients, we are going to use an conf. So we use an conf always. We use an conf. This is my Fiori Launchpad configuration transaction code. If you want to design the configuration of your Fiori Launchpad, and so how exactly, what are the things which we can have in the Fiori Launchpad are, so let's give one example. So we have some kind of, okay, we have a technical catalogs, okay, and also we have a business catalogs. So SAP has given technical catalogs and business catalogs. Okay, so technical catalogs means, let's take an example. So I have an a sales, I have an a one application A1 and control C. I have an a application 2. I have an a application 3. Like this, I can have, okay, 100 applications for an a sales. Let's take an example. Okay, so I have an a 5. Like this, I have an a 100 applications to the sales. 100 applications to the sales AFI. Okay, but in sales I can have a number of roles. A number of roles means, so whenever you go to the any bank, okay, let's take any bank. So I went to the one of the bank. So here there is a sales manager. Under the sales manager I can see maybe some of the sales representatives, right? Sales R1, sales representative 1, and sales representative 2, and sales representative 3, and sales representative 4. So one sales representative will handle the debit cards, another sales representative will handle the credit cards, the another sales representative will handle the net bankings. Okay, there are different roles. The representatives will handle different, some representative handle the home loans. Okay, there are different kind of roles and responsibilities available. So let's take an example. I have hundreds of applications. I have, there are different set of applications which we can have for each and every uh, process, right? So for the debits I have one process, credits I have one process, and loans I have one process. There are different kind of apps which I have. Maybe two applications will be two applications will be managed by sales representative 1. The other two applications will be handled by sales representative 2. The other two applications will be handled by sales representative 3. But what I can do is I can group all my sales. I will group, these are all my sales applications. So all my sales applications related to sales module, I can keep it as a sales technical catalog. Sales technical catalog. Okay. But in this sales, I have different process which I have. So maybe in the sales, maybe I can say, um, okay, maybe I can say, okay, sales, what you can see, maybe some quotes will be handled by one of the representative, and quotes and orders. There is an order capture team. The order capture team will handle the quotes and orders. And also I have a billing team. So they are going to handle the invoices. Let's assume. Okay. The order capture team is responsible to access the quotes and orders. The another team, billing team, is going to manage the billings and invoices. Okay. So here all my billing and quote and order, every application will be designed in the technical catalog. And so I can divide these technical applications into the business applications by using business catalogs. Based on the business functionality, I can segregate my technical catalogs into the business catalogs, guys. So this is the architecture which is implemented by SAP. In the same way, so we are going to design a technical catalogs. Let's take an example. So I design all the business partner applications in TC technical catalog, and I divide the business partner. We have the business partner data, business partner contact data, business partner bank data, business partner credit data, business partner credit control data. There are a lot of sections available in the business partner. So maybe I can segregate that based on roles and responsibilities. I can assign those applications as in a business catalog. Then the business catalog, I'm going to assign this to the users. So this is one of the user. So maybe I can assign this to the different users. So I'm going to assign each application to the different users. So maybe business catalogs, sorry. So we'll create a business catalogs. Later, we'll assign the, so let's take an example. I have a business catalog 1. Maybe like this, I can have business catalog 2. Business catalog 2. So maybe I can assign this business catalog 1 and as well as business catalog 2, and I can create a role, guys. Maybe you know, right? So we have discussed about the roles in one of the section. What is that section, guys? I can assign to the roles. I can assign these roles to the users. Sorry. So where we have discussed the roles, guys, can anybody tell? So I can assign to the user 1 and user 2 comma user 3. So where we have discussed about the roles. So I have given some security concept as well where we have discussed. Can anybody give me the, what is the concept which we have discussed in the last class? Some of the section we discussed about the roles, user roles. What is that concept? What is that concept? What is that concept? No answer. No one is reading my PPT. No answer. I will show up. So this is my PPT. I know that where I have discussed. So go to the CDS. In CDS, what type of CDS we will use to provide any authorizations? What type of CDS we will use to provide any authorizations to the data? What type of
Access control
CDS?
cities.
Yeah, the access control we have discussed, right? So why I have explained our security concept is even in Fiori also we are going to use this concept, guys. That's why even that's a basic security concept I have explained. So if you want to understand this, you should understand that as well. So somewhere associations, it's an OData. Before OData I have explained, it seems. Access control CDS, business use case, JSON, yeah, it should be AMDP, how to call AMDP, parameterized MDP, another CDS. Where is here? You can see security concept. So same thing we are going to use over here, guys. So here also we are going to use, what happened? So here also we are assigned the authorization object to the role. The transaction code is PFCZ, right? In the PFCZ we maintain the authorization objects. We assign the authorization object to the users. Here we create a business catalogs. This business catalogs we are going to assign to the role. So if you apply this role to the user, this user is going to get that Fiori app into the Fiori Launchpad, guys. So that's the concept which we are going to do now. And to do this, first you need to create a technical catalog first. Okay. So to create a technical catalog, so we need to go to the transaction UI2 FLPD underscore conf. So I go to this transaction FLPD configuration. So go to the slash n slash UI2 slash FLPD underscore conf. Okay, it is also one of the WebDen Pro application which is designed by SAP. And here I can see. So here I can see it will load all the catalogs. So here you can see there are one is catalog and another one is the group. Here you can see business or technical catalog and groups. So here, so and also everything, guys, in SAP, everything whatever you develop, you should capture into the transport request. If you want to capture into the transport request, here you can see the symbol, settings symbol in the top right corner. First go to that settings first. If you want to do any changes first, so you have to assign the transport first. See, so maybe I can assign new transport, not this one. Okay, maybe I can go to the workbench request. I can create one transport request, SC10, and display. First create a transport request. What type of request it is? Workbench request, and okay. And it's an Fiori catalog transport request. Okay, save it. So I have created a Fiori catalog transport request. See, this is the transport which I am going to assign here first. So here assign. So now you can see there is that. It's not coming up here. Shiva transport. No. Okay, maybe I can refresh this. Refresh. Where is the refresh button? Refresh. Come back. Come back. Okay, again I go here. Assign transport request, and here you can see where is that here? Fiori catalog transport request. Select this. Okay, package name. Which package would you like to save this? Put GEDG as a package name, and okay. First you need to set this up here. Why? Because I have seen most of the issues. Okay, people will design the catalogs and business catalog, technical catalog, and later if they want to transport, they don't know how to transport it. So if you want to capture your catalogs into the transport request, first thing you need to do is you have to assign the transport request in the configuration level. Then here you can see the symbol. Okay, click on this symbol to create a catalog. So create a catalog. So create a catalog. Always I follow. SAP starts with SAP guys, standard catalogs. But our thing is it's an EDG, our company. So EDG underscore technical catalog underscore business partner underscore business partner BP, and that's it. So maybe this is my technical catalog business partner details. Okay, all my business partner applications I'm going to configure in that technical catalog EDG TC BP. Okay, so actually this should be an ID. Title is business partner details. You need to give the title as business partner details. My ID is EDG TC BP. Maybe I can save this. Save. So I have created a technical catalog. Yes, I have created a technical catalog. So my technical catalog is TC is this one. Okay. So every technical catalog, even every technical catalog will have a tiles. So I can have tiles, and also we have an one is the tile target mappings. Sorry, I forgot target mapping. We have a tiles. We have a target mappings. Target mapping means which application you need to target. So let's take an example. If I want to access VA01, guys, in the from the Fiori Launchpad, we can access not only the UI but also we can access the WebDyn Pro. Note from Fiori from FLP, we can access SAP GUI, WebDyn Pro, and UI applications. We can access all three applications, guys. We can access SAP GUI as well from the Fiori Launchpad. We can access the WebDyn Pro. We can access the SAP UI applications. So maybe first we'll target the SAP GUI application. Then we'll go to the UI applications, guys. So maybe I need to access VA01 transaction. So first, if you want to access that, so before going to do that, I need to have a semantic object and action. So one more concept is semantic object and actions. So this should be maintained in SAP. The transaction code is /SEM. I forgot. Maybe I can get it. That's not a problem. So the transaction code name is SC93 /SEM. SEM. Yeah. So now you can see there are two things. Semantic object, which is a customer, and customer means we can maintain it. If it is an SAP means the SAP semantic objects will be available. So this is the transaction code, guys. Take this transaction code. This is the transaction code. So you need to maintain the semantic object and semantic objects. You have to maintain it. So maybe let's go to this transaction, execute, and maybe change. Okay, new entries. Semantic object. Maybe I can put like this EDG BP. This is my semantic object. Okay, and semantic object name business partner details, and also I can put like this. So I have created a semantic object and save. So save it. So this is my semantic object ID EDG BP, guys. Okay, so I maintain this thing EDG BP, and now I can go here. First create a tile. So create a tile. there are different types of tiles which we have: dynamic tile and static tile. We'll see later what is dynamic, what is new style, and what is static tile. First we'll go with the static tile. So create a static tile. So title is the business. So I will give the video of this case because we have a lot of navigations. I can share this video. Business partner details, subtitle, and BP. Keywords, BP. So here you can see just now I have designed a semantic object. So I can go here, EDZ BP. This is my business semantic object. And action, maybe I can manage is the action. And this is what I can put over here and save it. So just save your tile. So I have saved my tile. That's it. And come back and go to the target mappings. And so here also you can create a target mapping. So here you can see you can create the target mapping. So cursor is important, guys. Always you have to look at my cursor. So here there is an option, create target mapping. So I go here, my semantic object is, again I put in a semantic object, EDZ BP. Where is that? EDZ BP. EDZ BP, and action is manage. Action is manage. And here you can see what application. So target, what is your target application you want to launch? So my target application, just I am going with transaction, just a transaction code. Okay, my transaction code. Transaction means SAP transaction, maybe manage business partner. Very simple, guys. This. What is the transaction code? So what is the transaction code for BP? BP is the transaction code. That's it. That's it. So save it. Save it. So BP is the transaction code. First I will explain GUI, then later we'll go to the UI. So saved it. Yes, I have created target mapping. I have created a net tile. So this is my EDZ TCBP is my technical catalog. Now I'm going to create a business catalog for this. Okay, with reference to this, I created a, maybe let's take an example. I have here 10 applications. On top of 10 applications, if I would like to take, okay, that I will explain later, business catalog. First, I have created technical catalog. Maybe I will go to the groups, create a group. Group. And select create here button, create group. And title is manage business partner. And ID is EDG underscore. It's in a group, guys. It's in a technical catalog group, TCG. Catalog TC. TCG is in a technical catalog group and BP. Okay, and save it. And here you can see. So after you create it, you need to assign as in a tiles. So click on a add tile. So here I need to give my technical catalog which I have created, EDG underscore TC underscore BP. So you can use this and you can see business partner details. So if I add this tile has been added to the group. Now I have both. I have TC and TCG technical catalog group, EDG underscore TCG underscore BP. So you can now I need to create a role. I need to assign this technical catalog group into my business role. So now in SAP, I can create a role, guys. So what is the transaction code to create a role? What is the transaction code to create a role? What is the transaction code to create a role? What is the transaction code to create a role? What is the transaction code to create a role? No answer. PFCG is the transaction. PF, not PFTC. PFTC is workflow. PFCG. PFCG. Okay, I'm going to create a role. EDG underscore BP underscore manage. This is my role and create a role. And here you can see and manage business partner and go to the save first. Save the role. Go to the menu. Here you can see. Here I can assign the see, there is an SAP Fiori tile catalog. There is an SAP Fiori tile group. You need to assign a SAP Fiori tile catalog. So go here and give the catalog ID. So you know the catalog ID, EDG underscore. See guys, naming convention is very, very important. See, I can easily remember and enter. Now you can see your business partner technical catalog has been added. Now I need to assign that technical tile group. So my tile group is EDG underscore TCG underscore BP. Enter. So I have added my both catalog and as well as catalog group and save it. And I need to assign this to my user ID. So I will go to now here ABAP HANA. This is my user ID. That means whenever I open my Fiori Launchpad, I will get this application manage BP. BP is the transaction code. That's it. I maintain this. Now I go to the Fiori Launchpad. So what is the transaction code for the Fiori Launchpad? If you want to access Fiori Launchpad, /n /UI2 /FLP, enter, and it goes here and click on continue. And now you can see guys, manage business partner. You can see my app has been launched into the Fiori Launchpad. I double click on this. It opens up my SAP GUI screen, guys. Now you can see you can access the GUI transaction from Fiori Launchpad as well. Double click on it. What happened? Why it's not going? SAP BC UI2. It should go a pop-up. Hello once. What happened? Yeah, now you can see, guys, a SAP GUI for HTML, which has been opened in a new screen. Wow! Now you can see your BP transaction, which can be accessed from SAP Fiori Launchpad, but there are some differences, guys. There is a big project happened in SAP UI harmonization. See, GUI here you can see person, organization, group, something, some UI buttons are here. But when I go to the Fiori Launchpad, now you can see there are different kind of setup which you can see over here. The buttons, everything has been. So here you can see this filter button UI, and here GUI. This is the button. So there is an UI harmonization which is happened. Suppose if you want to find out the existing business partner, maybe find a business partner by business partner. Find business partner number. Okay, maybe the number should be find by number. Let's take an example. Business partner. Find for okay. Okay, take some of the business partner. So this is my business partner. Controls. So see the GUI application, I have launched it from the Fiori Launchpad. So this is very simple. Okay, this is not a problem. See the data you can see. So this is the look and feel. Also, you can see, guys, it's a very nice look and feel in the UI. And here you can see this data of the business partner. So, and also you can go to the organization group settings. There are a lot of things which you can do. And also I can see the roles. Double click on this. Maybe the other information also I need to I have double click the partner, business partner. It should display the, yeah, now you can see, guys, the roles. By roles also I can display the data. See, there is a credit management role, financial roles, customer for financing, accounting role. And from here also I can see the different tabs in the business partner. So go to the address overview and identification, the bank details, the other things will be payment transactions. Okay, there are different view which you can see over here, guys. See, this is the different view which you can see. So this is one way to launch your SAP GUI application to the Fiori Launchpad. But how can I deploy my UI application? So just now I created a UI application for the business partner. How can I launch this is my UI application. I need to launch this UI application. Maybe I can test this. Where is my test? Run as an Fiori Launchpad sandbox. So when I open Fiori Launchpad, I should get this application by default automatically. So if you want to do that, I need to create a technical catalog. I need to this UI application. I need to assign this to the okay. I need to assign this application to the technical catalog. What to do if that is the case? That we will see in the tomorrow's class. And later, and we'll go with back to the CDS. And this UI we are going to generate from the CDS. And also we are going to see the CDS BOPF, CDS BOPF with the transactional capabilities. With the not here only displaying, right? So you need to update the BP. You need to create the BP. You need to change the BP. You need to delete the BP. How you can do from the UI Fiori. That also we are going to see in the next class. And also we are going to see the different tabs, UI application with the tabs, UI application with the tabs with all transactional capabilities. That also we are going to see in the next few subsequent classes. So if you want to learn this, you need to have a server. So that is the one of the problem. So I see most of the people are not taking the servers. So that's why I keep to hold this concept actually. So why? Because if you don't take the server, so it's not used. So one or two people are taking, but other people are not taking. Without server, you cannot do this kind of concepts. Web IDE, Fiori, okay, OData, everything are advanced. So you have to take the server up, guys. So that's it for the day. Do you have any questions? Yes.
This second UI update version is UI5. I mean, advanced technology we are using now. I mean,
Your voice is breaking. Who is that speaking? Wasim.
this,
Yeah.
uh, this UI5 version is the advanced update version of GUI, SAP GUI. I mean, I don't know.
No, both are different. GUI is different, UI is different. Okay, it's not advanced version. So if you want to till now, if you want to access your SAP applications, SAP used a client tool called SAP GUI, SAP Graphical User Interface. But with the advanced technologies, every customer or every user is likes to access the any data by using with different kind of locations with a different kind of devices. So if that is the case, SAP GUI we can access the data only from laptop or less desktop or laptop. And if you want to access the data by using mobile or tab or laptop or desktop, so we need to use an UI technology. So For that reason, SAP has come up with UI technology, which is an SAP UI5 and Fiori. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And also with simple internet, suppose you went to for a vacation where you need to perform some task. Okay. So if it is an SAP GUI, you need to go to the you should open laptop or you should open desktop, then only you can access the access your data. But with this, from mobile, I can go to the Fiori client, that just open my app, Fiori Launchpad app. So there I click on my action, that's it. I can work from anywhere. That is the one of the beauty of the UI. And also sometimes, okay, I did some work and I need to left that work, I need to assign that work to my another colleague. So where with SAP GUI it's not possible, with UI technology it's possible. So there are a lot of advantages with the UI technologies that you are going to see in the next classes. And also timeout. Let's take an example. If you open SAP GUI, you entered some data, you went for coffee. After you came back, you are going to lost total data by using timeout. But where SAP UI, it is going to store in the draft stage, so you can continue your work with that from the same stage. Okay, there are a lot of many advantages but with UI technology. That's why, guys, so the technology demand is there in the market, so you have to go with the technology, advanced technology. Okay, don't be you have to invest this kind of things, guys. Okay, don't be conduce on the investment on the education. Okay, it is going to give very good life to your future. Okay, so please try to combine your combine with 3 or 4 students, guys. I am going to give better solution. So if you are not able to spend much amount, so don't take in a single user, just combine 4 people and take one user ID, and based on according to your timings you can practice. But that's the best way for you because you are not employed. So you can use this opportunity, like 3 or 4 people can combine, take user ID, and based on your times, convenient time, then you can practice it. 500 is not a doesn't matter for you if you take um, if you take 4 people as in a single user. So that's my suggestion. I know, so this is a crucial time for unemployed people, but you have to invest 500 rupees, right? 500 rupees is not a matter, doesn't matter. Okay, that's it for the day. Next class, we are going to see how to launch the UI application into the Fiori Launchpad. And also we are going to build the UI applications from CDS, OData and CDS, and OData and UI and UI with the BOPF validations and BOPF determinations, all transaction capabilities we are going to see from the Fiori. So that's it for the day. Thank you all. Bye bye. See you in the next class.